Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Riverbend Springs Scratch Start, Episode 6. Last episode, we bought a... What did we do? Well, we bought the sawmill and placed it, but... Planks are... Wow, it is slow! Slower than I thought it would be. We did not make much money this month. So let's see what's going on with that. Okay, the greenhouse is full of water and is selling lettuce. The other greenhouse is full of water and is selling lettuce. The sawmill is storing planks and whatnot. I thought we would have gotten at least one out of it, but it looks like we're not getting much at all. So maybe the small sawmill was not as profitable as I had hoped. And it's snow on the ground, making things really not all that good to do. There's a cultivating job if we can drive there. And that's really it. I think we're just gonna skip February entirely. There's nothing to do. We don't have any money. There's snow on the ground. It's ugly out. Too bad we can't go sledding or something, but it feels like February is just not the month to do anything in. So I think we're just going to move right on and go straight to March. And in March, maybe we can make enough money. There's planting, though. There will be planting to do. As far as contracts go. And maybe we can make enough to get another field and be able to plant it in April. So, yeah, that seems like a good plan to me. I installed another mod. Some of the other guys I watch are using it on their current series. And it is these grain mills. These small mills that take various goods and turn them into various goods, including flour and oil. And they're cheap. I don't think there's a medium version of them. Yeah, it doesn't appear that there's a medium version of them, which is fine. But yeah, so we'll probably be getting one of those. Might even stick it over here somewhere so that it's a short run to sell stuff at our little Hickory Brook Farm station. So let's get some money together by moving into March and getting that done with, and see what we can do then. March. We have any products yet? Looks like we have actual products. So that's cool. Huh. Also looks like maybe things are not small enough yet. Let's cut that off and see. Okay, cool. We got things in. So we don't need that guy yet, but we could probably load one of these trailers up. I think I'd rather... No, I think I'll keep that loaded up. I think we'll take the big trailer down and sell us some wood. Because we can afford to sell the wood anytime and not wait. Because we have that, I can't remember, the playground maker or something like that. This is a badly positioned thing. I am going to need to do something about that. So what can we do about that? We can cut this off. Which ought to make things a little easier. And we can carry these guys, so that's cool. We can't carry that one though. Maybe we can carry it like this. And then we're gonna change the way this road works, I think. No, I think what we're going to want to do is make it so that we can get in, yeah, probably right about here. We'll just do some smoothing, I think. My favorite thing is the old smoothing. That'll make things a little better. Not much, but it'll be a little bit, and then we can also do some contracts. But before we even get there, let's look at the weather. Okay, it's going to rain at 6. That's fine. And we've got plenty of contracts. A tiny bale wrapping, that's not even worth the drive. Fertilizing looks pretty good. And fertilizing on the lease, maybe. Oh, that won't be good, though. Oh, well, sunflowers. Wouldn't be terrible. And weeding would be another one. But let's see how much money we're getting out of this. Wrap those guys down. Go out the correct exit so we don't have to do a bunch of weirdness. The sell point for this stuff is right up here. Wrong button. $6,000. And then oh, that's the turnaround. Okay. Let's go down here. Huh. I don't know where all of them are, but wouldn't it make sense if there were a collectible down around here somewhere? Sure would make sense. But it's not what's happening. Deal with that. That is crazy. Is that really how things are done? Huh. Alright, I'll see you back at the farm. Alright, we're back at the farm. With 32,000 in the bank. I think we do need to roll that fertilization down on 88. Now, the lease cost is only $259. That would make it happen a lot faster. I think we're going to do that. But we do need to fill the guy up. Or at least buy a couple, I think probably 2. We'll end up using them anyway, so it's not terrible if we overbuy. If I buy 2, that's the entire thing. I'm just going to buy 1. Oh, this is a solid fertilizer spreader. Okay, well, now I'm even further out. Okay. Well, I just spent money I shouldn't have. So 1920 for 1,000. It doesn't matter. There is a place to buy fertilizer out there in bulk, so if we end up buying not enough, 1,000 liters isn't enough. It's close by. So we're gonna drive out there. Let's make sure we go to the right place. Oh, well, there is not a fertilizer bin there. There's one there. I guess that's not that far. All right, so if we take this road down and we hang our first real right and another right. Okay. I know how to get there. I'll see you there. Okay, we're here. Just go around. That is going pretty fast. I'm definitely going to have to buy more. Oh, I guess it's not going that fast. That's good. This is an interesting spreader. I didn't realize that there was a spreader like this. Oh, this is an interesting thing. I like it. It's pretty cool, that tractor. But we need to just collect on this See if there's anything else interesting out there to do. We're not going to be doing big plowing jobs. That just took forever. And this sowing job seems... planting of sunflowers. That looks like a pretty small planter. So I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Weeding is really hit or miss. Like, I'm guessing the weeder might work this time. But that's all there really is to do. We can look and see if maybe there's some equipment flipping we could do. Now, one of the problems, or not problems, but one of the things that limits equipment flipping is both that you need to have the money to begin with to buy the thing, and secondarily, you need, it needs to be there. So this is a cultivator. It doesn't look like it folds up. Oh, well, maybe it does, because it's got the hydraulics right here. This looks like it could be a decent cultivator just to own. We do need a cultivator. I think that's a good purchase for our current crop of smaller fields. So let's go buy that, and let's go see. There is no cultivating jobs. Ha! So that's kind of silly of me to buy that, but let's do something with this stuff too. Well, I believe that should probably go in the shed. And we can also drop the pallet forks. There's not a lot we can do tree-wise, given that the feeding of that sawmill is pretty slow. So hopefully maybe there'll be a cultivating job. I mean, I bought that thing because we're gonna need one, and for our own work, and it was like half price. And tools like that are fine for buying used because they don't deteriorate very fast anyway. So there's no worry there. Buying tractors, however, is a no-go. Like, you use them so much. You don't want to use tractor, at least not in this game. Oh, I guess I should have brought the pallet fork with me. Right, that's going to come out this way. And let's do our repairs. It looks like we're making a little bit. Well, we'll repair that guy there, but definitely that guy as well. Might as well. Hopefully this cultivator is actually still... Oh, it requires 180. Well, I hope we can still use it on this thing. That's Merlot's 170, but we may still be okay. Unfortunately, they don't even have anywhere to test it, so it'll just be, I hope, kind of situation. Although if we sold it, now that we've repaired it, what's its value at this point? 16. We paid 14. That'd be a $2,000 profit. That might actually be worth it. I mean, we're gonna want a cultivator soon, but we don't necessarily need to worry about it right now. It's kind of a silly thing to buy just for the fact that it's on sale. I think there will be other cultivators in the sale, and maybe even better ones. What we really need is more land. What's it worth right now? 18. And if we repaint it, 21. No, we don't want to customize it. We want to sell it. Yes. Okay. And since we're here, let's flip this. We definitely don't want to own that, so there's no agony involved. I mean, we don't want to own it right now. Maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll need it. But at the moment, it's just here for the flip. Hopefully I can actually pick it up. Is this actually like a different kind of mount? Yes. Whoops. Well. Okay. We're gonna do... We're gonna have to just shove it across the ground. Luckily, we're gonna repair it anyway, so that much is at least good. Okay, we made a little bit on that too. Now watch, cultivation contracts are going to pick up. We could have just kept that equipment. Isn't that the one we just fertilized? Wait a second. Isn't that the one we just fertilized? Pretty sure that's the one we just fertilized. Okay, well this one we didn't just fertilize. Let's take that one. Oh, God. Okay, I guess we're using our own equipment, which means we do need that. So we're going to have to swing by here to get that. Alright, well, I'm going to go pick up the low loader with the spraying equipment on it, and line number 22. I haven't been keeping count, so I don't know, but we're going to go pick up the low loader with the spraying equipment on it, and we'll swing by and grab that. So we'll need the pallet forks. And it would be good to take a look at our field on the way, but gonna do that stuff and come back to you. Okay, we're at the field. We've got ourselves parked up. Hopefully these nice folks will let us do our thing. I have again forgotten to drop the straps. Also, parked in a crazy spot. Okay, let's try this again. We just pull up a little bit. We'll hit the straps. Oh, nope, we forgot to hit the straps. Alright, so we're gonna get this whole thing done. If I can get it together enough to actually put the equipment on and all of that fun stuff. And hopefully those guys have another entrance they can use while I'm doing this. I'm just gonna go all the way around and get it going right here. Yeah. Okay, so we're going on this contract, and we already bought the fertilizer by accident from the last contract, so we're definitely going to have enough fertilizer to do this. And I'll talk to you when it's done. Yeah. So that was weird. Usually having the barrel on the front or the box on the front just fills it right out of the box. But it didn't that time. I had to drop it. It was still good that I had it with me because that was a lot easier than having to go back and then find my place again, etc., etc. But it was still weird. But we're just gonna load this thing up again and maybe we can get it all in there, maybe not. Nope. Okay, well, it is as much as it is. So, yeah, well, we made some money today at least. Yeah, look, buddy, you're just gonna have to wait. All right, there we go. We're getting it together. It's working. And we are latched down and ready to rock. So now let's look at our contracts again. We'll collect that one. That's a good bale wrapping contract. I want to do that one. That is good. And it's right next door. It's actually kind of right where I think my last one was. So we can just get right around here to it. We'll just leave this at the shop. And we'll go pick that thing up and go do the baling. And yeah, we're doing decent on money. I don't think we can afford another field yet. I would really like to be able to plant something in April. I'm not sure what, but it would be good to be able to plant something. Or buy a field that's already been planted, I guess, would be one way. But it'd be better to be able to control what gets planted and whether or not there are tram lines on the field and that sort of thing. That would be the best way to go. Yeah, I would have just flipped over there and gotten going, but need to bring this thing back towards the farm anyway. So we might as well. Might as well do it properly. And this is a big old open parking lot, so we'll just leave ourselves here for now. And get going on that wrapping job. Hopefully none of them are in the river. field like that one with the hill and go ahead, go ahead. Feel like that one with the hill and everything would be, I would want my baler to have a little flip bar on it so that stuff doesn't roll down the hill. Okay, we go across and then we can cut around our field. I'm just going to go around the easy way. Oh yeah, we do have a thing we can use. Solid. Solid fertilizer on. Oh, this is square bells. Good. Alright, well we're going to get going on this and I'll talk to you when we're done. Okay, we can collect now. Decent reward. Was that like go wrap one bale? Right. So we got 53,000. We look at 200,000, 117, 105. Oh, it's got grass, it's got trees with it. Now, we could afford this little field 14. And we wouldn't be able to afford to rent stuff to work it. However, we can almost afford field 4. Walter still hasn't planted it. But it's almost ready to plant. So what could we do for field 4? Do you have any more stuff yet? No. We do to afford it. Well, we could sell the beehives. Not like they're making us a lot of money. Let's see what the value on that is. 1,000 for that one. 100 each for those ones. 97 for that. What is that thing? That's just a green bin, but I think it's just decorative. that's all that's sellable. Oh, no, we could sell this. Nope, we can't for some reason. Can't get rid of it for, I don't know why. But that's really it. Unless we sell that other thing, which I don't want to do because that's actually making us 60 bucks a month. We could sell the water, the wind wheel. Right. We sell that. And we could sell the beehives. If I were going to do bees, I would want more anyway. All right. Now we have 60,000. Now I could wait. Yeah, now we have enough. We could do some tree work. We could go sell some logs. We won't get all that much for them. But we could drag some logs off to the big sawmill. Because we will get these trees here. Huh. Or we could look at other fields. Fourteen is still a thing, and now we actually would have 12,000 left to be able to do something with it. It's a half hectare. It's just not that much, though. That's the big problem. That one's not a great option because of so much field that's not. There, that takes us all the way over and encompasses all of this, right? Really hard to tell. Yeah, so we might be able to do some landscaping on that one and actually get field worth. We cut down those trees, we flatten that out a little bit. Could sell this building. So that's a potential future field. But for now, 14 is, wait, how big is this guy? That guy's a full hectare. And that guy's a half hectare. Hmm. So we're really looking at either buying a really remote field. I do feel like these would be some good ones. These three here would be good ones to own. Could probably up our loan too, but I don't feel like that's a great idea. 27's expensive for how little field is actually on it. I do feel like six would be a great field to own, even that, and of course 8 is a definite goal. Now we could buy 8. Been plowed recently. We could take a loan and buy 8 and get a decent amount of something in it. What can we plant in April that we can plant? Or I mean that we could harvest. We could plant oats. Oats would not be a bad one. I'll have to rent a planter. When's canola come out? Canola comes out late August, okay. And soybeans would be a good option too. We could plant soybeans in April and harvest them in October. And soybeans would be some good profit. Right. So what do we need to buy this field? I think actually a bigger loan. We do have some room in the lettuce to make sure we're not running out of money going into debt over the loan payments. It's got good yield. So we need 184. We'll have to borrow about 200. So I wonder if we can borrow about 200. And then hopefully we'll make money on contracts and whatnot and be able to afford to rent the harvester, which will be the same harvester for the canola. So that's not a bad deal. And the only bad part of that deal is that we'll have to rent it twice. Maybe we can afford to buy one. A used harvester isn't a bad idea either. Yeah, I think we're going to buy another field. No, I can't borrow. Okay, well, that takes that out of the running. That's the bummer. All right. Well, it's getting late in the day. It's 4 o'clock. And I once again cannot jump to the Merlot for some reason. So we'll just go get it. So I guess our options are to run more contracts or sell wood. But I think we're good. I think we've got wood ready to go into the sawmill and keep it full for months to come. Are you going to pass me on the left? No? Okay, good. I would really like to own this field. This is my major goal. It's a pretty decent field to work. But if we buy 4, we could put soybeans in 4. I can afford 4 right now. But again, with the soybeans, we're looking at we're looking at renting the harvester twice. Even if we go with the smallest harvester, which is what we will do, that's still wrong one. Combine harvesters, right? We look at leasing, that's going to be $5,000 to lease it. That's going to take all of our profit, probably. Well, hopefully a decent combine comes up in the sale and we can actually own our combine. And by decent, I mean probably one of these sheepies. All right, well, I think that's enough planning and plotting and thinking and everything. So, time to call it a day. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you next time.